Of all the races in the known realms, none is more confusing or more confused than humans. Mushi convinced me that gods, rather than being outside entities, are personifications of what lies in our hearts. If this is true, then the many varied gods of the human sex, deities of vastly different demeanors, reveal much about the race. If you approach a halfling or an elf, or a dwarf, or any of the other races, good and bad, you have a fair idea of what to expect. There are exceptions, of course, and I name myself as one most fervently. But a dwarf is likely to be gruff, though fair, and I have never met an elf, or even heard of one, that preferred a cave to an open sky. A human's preference, though, is his own to know, if he can even sort it out. In terms of good and evil, then, the human race must be judged most carefully. I have battled vile human assassins, witnessed human wizards so caught up in their own power that they mercilessly destroyed all other beings in their paths, and seen cities where groups of humans preyed upon the unfortunate of their own race, living in kingly palaces while other men and women, and even children, starved and died in the gutters of their muddy streets. But I have met other humans. Katie Bree, Mushi, Wolfgar, and Agrawell Tourmaline, whose honor could not be questioned and whose contributions to the good of the realm in their short lifespans will outweigh that of most dwarves and elves who might live half a millennium and more. They are indeed a confusing race, and the fate of the world comes more and more into their ever-reaching hands. It may prove a delicate balance, but certainly not a dull one. Humans encompass the spectrum of character more fully than any other beings. They are the only goodly race that wages war upon itself, and with alarming frequency. The surface elves hold out hope in the end. They who have lived the longest and seen the birth of many centuries take faith that the human race will mature to goodness, that the evil in it will crush itself to nothingness, leaving the world to those who remain. In the city of my birth, I witnessed the limitations of evil, the self-destruction and inability to achieve higher goals, even goals based upon the acquisition of power. For this reason, I too will hold out hope for the humans, and for the realms. As they are the most varied, so too are humans the most malleable, the most able to disagree with that within themselves that they learn to be false. My very survival has been based upon my belief that there is a higher purpose to this life, that principles are a reward in and of themselves. I cannot therefore look forward in despair, but rather with higher hopes for all in mind, and with the determination that I might help to reach those heights. This is my tale then, told as completely as I can recall, and as completely as I choose to divulge. Mine has been a long road, filled with ruts and barriers, and only now that I have put so much, so far behind me, am I able to recount it honestly.
How any man could stand this hole is beyond me.
I hesitate to call the people of Callanport men.
Bruno would be quick to agree. He's anxious to return to Mithril Hall.
I would think that he would be a bit more hesitant before giving his hopes up again.
Yes, but you know him as well as I. I feel it keen in my bones, elf. Got to Graham is calling myself as sure as the sun's rising.
As he returned, or does he remain still with Grola?
He's not returned. He left word that we should wait for him at the dock.